Welcome Electrolab, welcome Throttle, and everybody. I guess we're here. So it's going to be 5:30 on the 24th of January. It's a Friday. We got a bunch of stuff to look at. As always, we got a new image model from Flux Schnell Fine Tuning, Shuttle Jaguar. We've got a new video model called Dream Diffusion, which is a fine tune of LTXV. We've also got 4 new custom nodes. Wait, scratch that. 2 new custom nodes that I wrote. I already tested some of them, some of them didn't work. I would like to check out Flux Pullid or Pull ID if we get the chance, and a couple of other things along the way. But we're going to be opening up with something fun for people who got in first. Obviously, if you're watching later, then that's what the first thing we're going to do. But something I've been doing a lot lately. Oh, sidebar real quick. So obviously, if you look in the description, there is a join link for the Discord. You want to go ahead and jump over there, and obviously you're able to get hold of all these bits and pieces. We've got a new channel custom node chat where people have been submitting their own custom nodes, and I'm preparing something in that regard. But also I got a new album out called Jazzy, which is my Cowboy Bebop inspired jazzy funk. Okay, but it is mostly jazz, you know what I mean? I was just having a little bit of fun with the infusion of the genres. There's going to be a new album coming out every day until next week. I got like 5, which I was working on them over the New Year. They weren't quite ready in time for the big push at the end of last year, so getting them done now. So that's pretty much what's going on there. So yeah, Throttle says rock on, and Electrolab is giving me the wave. So I should probably like switch the screen over, shouldn't I, so you can actually see it? That'd be good, wouldn't it? So yeah, Jazzy, don't forget to join on the Discord. And then we got some new stuff to look at today. So as I say, the first model I want to look at is going to be the shuttle. Where is it? Now I'm confused. Oh, it's not in this folder. Flux Pull ID. You're testing it right now, are you, Electrolab? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't actually got it all downloaded and set up right now. There was a reason that I was in this folder though. Oh yeah, Gleitnir SDXL. Somebody was saying about checking that out as well, so I do want to have a look at that. But that's not a priority today. What I'm looking at, they're all in the diffusion models. So what we've got is we've got trying to find the damn thing. Oh, here we go. So we've got LTX Dream Diffusion and also Shuttle Jaguar. I'm going to be doing Shuttle Jaguar in quantized Q8, and Dream Diffusion, it says 3 billion. So I note that LTX is a 2 billion model, so I wonder what's happened there. So that should be interesting anyway. I do have some flow edit stuff I want to try out for Hunyuan as well, but we'll see how it goes. So I think it's worth doing this first, like I said. So basically, I've been doing a lot of stuff in Klein, which is VS Code extension, which uses an API key through OpenRouter. All right. But one thing I've been trying to work towards is the use of Docker, okay, and then Olama, all right, and then we go and grab ourselves DeepSeek R1, and because I've got a 4090, I grab the 32 billion. But if you have a smaller GPU, you can see the sizes here, you might grab the 14 billion or even the 8 billion, okay? It's just like quantization for our video and audio models. Sorry, video and image models, right? But for the text model, okay? Because I've been thinking about this a lot lately. So we're doing a lot of stuff now with the VS Code. So we're creating files on our computer and letting it control the computer. But at the moment, we kind of... And I realise we won't have all the features with every single approach, okay? So if I go to Klein here, I recently, yesterday on the last stream, we set up the ability to use Brave Search, so it can now search the internet as well as take over the computer, okay? It's got plan and act, so you've got two different modes, so you don't have to, you know, you've got like a safety mode, I guess. But I noticed that if you come into the Open Router section, which is where we put our key, and that's really cool as well, because look at all the different models that you can choose from. You know, when we're talking about, I mean, that's just Anthropic. Let's see. Open Router. Okay, so that is just Claude. Okay, right, well, anyway. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Oh, let's get rid of that because... Oh, actually, wait, maybe not. I'll leave it for a second. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So basically, anyway, you've got all these different options. And I noticed that Olama is down here at the bottom. Now, I'm still relatively new to how they set all this stuff up. But I'm currently sitting in LM Studio, or Open Web UI I should say, actually, and I've been testing out DeepSeek R132B, which is the 20 gigabyte new model, right? And so as you can see here, I said testing 1 2 3, and that's the response I got. And then I said, can you write me hello world in Python? So I'm having to start off from scratch to see what it's capable of. But I think that eventually we'll be able to get to a point where all of the stuff that I wrote for Claude in projects, all of the agents I've written for GPT, I think we could get them all running locally with one or more models. And certainly for code development, it does look like it's... I mean, look... I haven't tested the code, okay, and this is just a snippet, really. But I have a feeling that it might be able to do the same function. I don't know if it's as good. It probably isn't as good in terms of, like, accuracy, capability, that kind of thing. But I do think it's really valuable to start doing stuff with local models, okay? Because, you know, I don't mind paying for the API to get good calls from big models in the cloud. That makes sense, right? And especially if it's a project that's worth money, you're going to have to, you know, bite the bullet in certain respects, right? It's a tool. It does cost money to use it at the highest level, yeah? But what I'm trying to say is a lot of the stuff, you don't need 5,000 horsepower, you know? You just need like 100 horsepower, okay? So I'm like trying to say, like, some of the tasks that we're doing, you might not need all that. And so then it's a question of finding out, like, how overpowered it actually it really is. But yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, what I'm thinking is it's probably that. I mean, look, I've not done this, so I don't know. I'm just guessing right now. Go like that, and then the model ID is... DeepSeek. Can we copy that? I guess I've got it over here. So if I just copy that, I'm guessing that's how this works. I don't know. I've never done it before. Okay, and then I will get rid of that because that is confusing. Uses complex prompts and works best with Claude. Less capable models may not. Okay, so that's fair enough. Let's see if it can even do anything. Test. Okay. Run a system check. Let's see if it can even do anything. No. No, it can't. I need to do something differently. So I'm going to look into this, but I know there's a way of doing it. I think what it is I'm currently running in Olama on Open Web UI, and I think that this just wants command line Olama, which technically isn't what this is, I guess. But then you know, you could say that it's so funny how things are so close. Like, for most things, this is brilliant. This system is brilliant. You've got like you got a system prompt. You got all the different controls here. I don't know what valves are, but I'm sure they're important. You've got artifacts, and so usually that's enough. But I've been liking how Klein works. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can get Klein to work with local DeepSeek, and I think it is literally just getting Olama to run on the command line and then putting that. So it's not compatible with Open Web UI. It wants command line Olama. That's my guess. Might come back to it later. Don't know. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Like I said, I've just been poking around with it today. There's a lot of people talking about this model because it's the first model to beat GPT Mini, the O1 Mini model, for coding and other math-related tasks. And the fact that you can get it running on your GPU is just phenomenal, because 32 billion that's a lot of parameters to fit inside 20 gigabytes. And there's the rest. So, I mean, they've already been quantized to Q4 to get to this point, by the way. So it's like, if I go to 70, see, that's also Q4, right? So it's not like a lot of people thought, oh, we'll just take the 70 and quantize it. You'll only be able to go to Q2 to get it smaller, and then it's like a floating point of 0 and 1. It goes from there to there. Straight line. Anyway. Okay. Enough of that. I'm going to disappear off the screen. Shoot. Right then. So let's keep going. I wish I had a dark mode on this website. My God, it's like a flashbang. But yeah, they were doing all kinds of weird stuff, but ultimately in the end I could just talk to it. It's a shame I can't do it with Claudage, because that's the main. I want to be able to do it like that. Do you know what? I'm gonna spend some time, look it up before I do anything else. So open web, no. Olama, what was it? Olama and Klein. Klein with Olama. Install and test locally. Damn. So I am right. There's people doing tutorials on it like a couple days ago. Klein 3.2, Olama, DeepSeek, Google IDX. I don't know what that is, but people seem to be enjoying it. Nemotron Klein. Z. You can hook it up to work with Olama and also Grok. Okay. Klein not sending tasks to locally hosted Olama. What's this? Oh no. Oh. You'll need LM Studio to make this work. First, install and launch LM. Then find and download the model you want to use from within the LM. After that, start the server from the left tab. Copy API details from the right side. In VS Code, open the Klein extension. Choose Open to Olama. Go back to the LM. Take the server URL and the model identifier. Paste the URL in this model's API into the model ID. I feel like I missed a step when I did it myself earlier. But I definitely need to figure this out. It's got to be done. This is definitely the move. Olama with Klein running with a local model like DeepSeek. And like I said, I've got DeepSeek running right here, 32 billion running locally. Let's give it something interesting. So I'm going to give it one of my custom nodes that I recently made. And I'm going to say turn this into something else. Where is it? Well, this is no good. I need to go to the actual project file folder. Where's my nodes? There we go. Right. Put it on date. Okay, so we've got half a chance here. So, so I got a video cube and I got a video corridor, I got a video maze. Let's find something which is easy to just adapt into something else real quick. VGA effect. Okay. Okay. Here is VGA effect .py. This is a custom node for ComfyUI. See, I don't even know if it even understands what any of this stuff is, right? This is a custom node for ComfyUI that will perform a post-processing effect on the sequence of images to give a VGA screen type effect with various parameters exposed for the user to fine-tune style. Okay. Please consider this as a template. Adhere to the input/output format for the image formatting to ensure compatibility with ComfyUI. Create a new custom node. I'm just gonna throw him in the deep end, okay? And I'm having make VGA effect V2 and see whether he stumbles, you know. VGA V2, which will, I'm just gonna get him to self-improve it as well, which will improve on the first version in every way. What does that even mean? I didn't even ask. It's like saying polish it more. How are you going to even improve on it? I don't know. But that's what I want to know. What I want to know, you know. I know that Claude would try to improve on it. So now I want to know, will DeepSeek improve on it? If that makes sense. And then after we've done with this, I'll shut down my Docker. Okay. Do you even know what ComfyUI is? It makes you want, did Claude ever know what it was? It's very difficult to know. Oh, here we go. It all looks okay so far. Wait a minute. See, right. So now see this required image. It's very strange that we got like an underscore, and then we got a space with a capital B. That's weird. See that? So I think it's actually made a mistake there, but let's just let it keep going. Oh my god, there's so much code here. I'm not going to pick through all of that. Ooh, and then it didn't even manage to copy the class mappings. It failed. It failed. Yes. If I could show you that file, you'd be able to see. Well, in fact, I can. So if I go into VGA effect V1, you'll notice that the nodes always end like this for a start. And also, you don't do the name of a parameter without an underscore. You certainly don't use a space. See, they always have an underscore. So, I don't think this is the boy for the coding. Maybe if you had the 64 billion, but just running off of like initial vibes, I guess you could say. This ain't it. It might be really good at other tasks, and it might be that when it gains the additional context of the other files in the project, it's able to figure out some more rules, but just like that, I think, look, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's an illegal parameter, because you've got to have an underscore. That's just my first... Wait, what? Run? Okay, I've not seen that before, so I'm gonna save it. Wait, what? I saved it and nothing downloaded. Eh? Where did you save it, DeepSeek? Where did you save it? Download? Huh. It just says saved. Alright, hang on. I just need to make sure I'm not crazy. Date modified. No, I'm not crazy. Okay. So, I guess I have to just copy it out and do it old school. And just save that as... Where's that? DG gits? Nah, put it in downloads. I doubt that's going to work. I think that's going to be like buggy. But there's a lot more you can do than doing all of your scripting. But I like how it tried to figure it out and told me everything it was thinking first, which is nice. I think that's the chain of thought style. But yeah. Because as you were just saying, Electrolab just said cathode ray tube look, oscilloscope image. So as you just pointed out there, if we were doing this with ye olde Claude, you know, the way I've been showing people is I just literally get something that's similar. So a cathode ray tube look. So obviously, if it's going to be applying an effect to a stream of images, you want something which is taking an image in and putting an image out, right? So that means cube, corridor, maze. They just put an image out. So none of them are any good. So I basically just got to keep going. So video trails is probably the first one. I tend to lean on VHS. But VGA would also work. It's just anything that's got image in, image out. So then you can take the formatting cues and all of the... yeah. So anyway, I believe I've actually got a thing for this. Is it? Yeah, here's my new template. I'm going to publish all of these in my LLM prompts as well, but... So what I'm going to do obviously here is just change this so it says it's going to be based on VGA effect V1. So we just named the thing we attached. and the output image format. So template. Hang on. For template and an input/output. The last one was output only, so that's why it was slightly different. Okay, so, and we're gonna call this. We'll call it cathode ray effect. Okay. And I'll go this node will perform a post-processing effect on the batch sequence of images, and then we'll just do the old unordered list. So it'll be simulates the look of a cathode ray. What's it? Cathode. I think I've already done CRT, by the way, but cathode ray tube includes variation over time presets. Includes a custom option with math expression. What else can we think of? Could probably do like color palette or color restriction or something. Because often those old, well, I don't know how old you want to go. Let's just leave it at that for the V1. And I think that's going to be good. So yeah, just by contrast, what does Claude do when we give him the same task? Well, he's not going to make any silly mistakes in the names, that's for sure. Because that's just basic syntax stuff. And then he's going to go ahead and he's going to write the whole thing. Now, I can't say whether this is good or bad code. I don't know. I'd have to test it. But my initial feeling is that no, it's not going to work. Now, I'm sure it may well work, but when you're talking about, you know, clean code, which is kind of ironic for AI generated code, this is less clean, I guess you could say. But it's one of them, and it's so subjective. But yeah, this isn't what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to run on Olama, but I do have the model now. Now I don't know if I have to download the model again to use it on the command line. I would have thought you just use it on the you know, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. Like I say, I don't use this enough. But to be honest, if I can get it to use this, I won't need to use it at all, because this is better. I think Klein is much better for a lot of reasons. But that remains to be seen, because who knows, maybe it can't do all the automatic stuff. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to shut this down. What's this? Oh, I didn't know about that. No. Ah, that's something else for later. And that's also something else. Okay. So, next thing is we've got to get Comfy back up and running. So you survived. You survived the first half hour of my LLM craziness. Okay. And we got some more code as well. We got a cathode ray effect, which I don't know what that's going to look like. So how about we add that to our custom nodes and test that out as well. So cathode ray effect, not to be mixed up with CRT effect, which I've already made as well. But hey, I was just doing literally what you said in the chat. Someone said, what about this? So I did, that's what I did. We need the init, and we need to add the new one to it. And the new one is called cathode ray effect. There we go. Save that. Close that now. It's done. No, I do need to shut down the Docker because it's probably loading up all the memory and everything. I don't know. It's strange how it works, to be honest. Shut that down, shut that down, shut that down, shut Docker down. Docker. Where's the controls for Docker gone? There. Quit Docker. Just give it a minute. I think that's long enough. Alright. Put this back down here. Oh yes. So Electrolab says frame persist time. It's usually phosphorus screen, maybe, so it sort of leaves trails, an after image or a tail of previous images. Yes, that's what I was trying to do before, the tail effect. It came out okay, but it wasn't really what I was looking for. I was looking to leave an after image behind. A bit of a strange one. I'll have to do some more research to figure out what exactly they're going on about there. Alright. So we got some examples what I done made earlier. So we got video corridor. It's not really a corridor, but it's something which you can generate with an FPS and a max frames, and you could use that to generate control net motion or something. That was my idea, you know. I thought it would be useful to be able to generate these, but as it turned out, it was a bit generic and super fast. Movement speed. See, movement speed is really low. Like if I bring that all the way down to 001, it's still super fast. Oh, okay, it's okay, fine. It's not as fast, but it's still fast. But I think I can show you what this is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make more motion map type generators you can use to drive masks, or even to drive like the noise when you're doing like depth and canny and all this type of thing. So it's like being able to generate these geometric patterns and then, you know, put it through the generation process anyway. Electrolab says what often happens with video echo is it makes inverted colors. Oh, that's interesting. It's probably something to do with the math, how it's actually affecting the data. But you know what? Now I've turned that down to 0.001. It's actually almost worth looking at. But yeah, so the idea was to then, in the version 2, create a bunch of different types of corridor or different patterns of corridor and just basically get better at the concept. Because you can see it's a corridor of sorts, you know, like you're moving down the corridor. But it's just a bit abstract. But yeah, this is the beginnings of video corridor. So that's that one. We've also got video cube. And video cube is exactly what you think it is. It is a rotating cube on a black background. Now the V2 version will likely allow you to change, you know, the color of the color of the background, the more, you know, color schemes, things like that. But for V1, I just wanted to get the concept off the floor, which is literally, because the way I see it, right, you could have, this is just straight off the top of my head, you could assign each color face of the cube to a mask which was loading a different LoRa, right? and then you could have this be somewhere in the image, and then you could have diffusion like melt it all together, you see. So I think that's just one idea off the top of my head. You know, other ideas would be just put this on image to image and prompt house and see what happens. You know, there's lots of ways you can use it, and it's the beginnings of me starting to do a bit of CGI with the nodes, because I think that we can do more 3D generation than just the parametric expression that I already showed off. So I don't know if it's going to load textured OBJs one day, but it wouldn't be surprising if I end up going in that direction. I'm not really sure at this point. I was thinking about doing more in it, like, obviously this is video cube, right? But I could do video shape and have it, or video mesh and have it load a mesh, you know. But the problem is then you get into, oh, where are the textures at and all this sort of stuff. So I don't want to go too crazy, but the idea is just to be able to, you can have this in your workflow. You can have a rotating cube. And like I said, rotating cube, I know it sounds like nothing, but there's a lot you can do with a rotating cube. Okay. All right. And like I said, it comes with different modes. So, you know, you could have it on wireframe, for example. Right. And it's going to come out wireframe. What are we generating here? We're generating 500 frames at 25 frames per second. So it's nice and cheap as well. So if you want to get like some sort of CGI aesthetic, you know, obviously it can only do a cube right now. But I believe what I'll probably do is I will come out with a shape version that does presets for other geometrics. Because it's got to be geometric, because it's all done with math. There's no actual 3D model here. But yeah, so that's going on there. It's like the beginnings of 3D stuff, because I was really inspired by that workflow where there was that 3D model that you could position and then it would affect the image generation. I was quite impressed with that, and so I'm slowly making stuff which I want to take advantage of when I get back to it. But yeah, so at the moment it just rotates. Video cube v1, that's what it is. All right, and then now we've got one. Now, did that new one? Oh yes, it did. Okay, so we can just try cathode ray effect straight away. Electrolab, if you're still in the chat, this is the suggestion that you made like 10 minutes ago. Let's see if I've broken it. So let's see, it comes with a custom expression. So that's custom. So then when I write, whatever I write here will be used on custom mode. That's usually how we do. So we're going to do static. It's got screen curvature. It's got scan lines. It's got glow amount. It's got color bleeding. It's got noise amount. Let's see if it works. That would be the main thing. Does it work? Oh wow, look at that distortion around the edge of the screen. There's a lot of distortion around the edge of the screen there. But that's kind of cool. It's like, you know how they look in the 80s? Everyone's hair is crazy. It's like, imagine if it was just a lens distortion all along. So let's turn the curvature down a little bit and go with fluctuating preset. I also want to turn the scan lines off, because I want to see what the other stuff is doing, the glow and the noise. Remember, we got the fluctuating cathode ray, so that should simulate power, and then again you can write yours in to make it even more. Oh wow, look at that. What? It's almost like a bulge warping effect, but it's actually increasing the noise at the same time. That could make quite a natural distortion effect, I think. So let's go for degraded. Oh wow. It's like glitched out. So it's having to catch up. I don't know if that's the video restarting, because it's a short... I think it is. It's the video restarting. Right. I'm going to have to take the limiter off so that it'll actually do the whole thing. We're at 25, so we should be at 25 also. Alright, let's do the whole thing. Because it's not... The jump isn't the effect, it's the fact that it was just a short... It's 30 frames. Yeah, cathode ray does the fisheye better. The screen curvature is better than lens distortion. Way better. Oh wow, that is so natural looking. Wow! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Like, the way that it kind of seems like... The image seems to be getting in focus the whole way through. It's like... The background moving ever so slightly. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that to work so well, to be perfectly honest. Good idea, Electrolab. Keep them coming. Alright, so that is... I think that's both of the nodes that I had. So, and we just literally wrote one of them just now. So there it is. Let's just write the thing up for this one. So this one is cathode ray effect. Whoops. Cathode ray effects. There we go. Save that. Export. Alright, good job's a god job. And then I just need my prompts. It's in here somewhere. Here they are. And I'm going to use the general one because there's probably a bunch of new prompts which I haven't... not prompts, there's a bunch of new nodes. Cathode ray. Wait a minute. How does that work? Ah, I'm looking in the wrong folder. I was like, there's no way that works. It's using dashes. DJZ nodes. There we go. Cathode ray effect. Right, cool. Now there is a little snag. There's always snags. It's like side quests. So basically, when I did... Let's see, if we go down to the bottom, look. That's what it should be. And I think I've missed a few spaces off of the in it. Yeah, I did, yeah. So there we go. Alright, so that's good now. So if I now start a new chat, I'm going to have to go back to Claude because... There we go, right, so if we go back here, we'll put it on, just go on Act. So it's basically saying, I've got a lot of custom nodes, some of them have a README, some of them don't. Look for PI files that do not have a matching MD file, okay, so they have matching names. I think you can see that there. So it's an easy job for him to do. Just be like, oh, this one doesn't actually have a thing. I'll write that, and that's the prompt. So it's like if you see a Python file and it doesn't have a matching MD, write one, and then what that is writing the documentation for that node. It's quite a complex job actually, but you know it can read the code, so he's actually really good at it. And he'll just do it. Alright. And then the next thing, while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and upload the workflows to the examples. Yeah, if I sound a little bit stranger than usual, it's because I had a bunch of teeth out, just in case you missed the lore update. Okay, so where is it? Cathode ray, video cube, video corridor. And like I said, I want to make these better. These are like the foundational concepts. The first node is always like, can I even do this? And then the V2 will be either faster or more options. In all cases. Sometimes there'll be a V3 and a V4, and it depends how many ideas I keep having along that sort of family tree. Well, that's how I look at it anyway. But I'm still here. Come stitches or ice on the roads. Can get a little crazy coming up here this time of year. Slipping and sliding. But that's okay, we're used to that. Are we done? We're done. So he's done. I've created cathode ray effects. Yeah. Is that the only one? Okay. What about video cube and video corridor? Let me just check this. Video cube and video corridor. Please continue. Video cube, and I'm just going to tell him have no .md. Please continue. Are not done. Just like that. And off he goes. Alright. So we've uploaded the new workflows. I wish Infinite Corridor was better than it is, and I'm sure it can be, but at the moment it's basic. Cathode Electrolab says, was expecting it to make glowy monochrome somehow. Well, you never really know, do you? So he's done video corridor, now he's doing video cube. I just like how it's able to break everything down, and because I've done all of it in that way, it's all consistent, which is nice. You know? Okay. That's now done. So let's do this one next. Okay, so we're nearly done with the node section now. So I did have a node called Pixel Gravity that was pulling pixels of a certain color downwards, but it doesn't work. I have to come up with a different approach. Also, I was looking for video pattern, which is like just small animations of shapes layered on top of each other. But I need a better way of doing it, so it was just making black screen. Video corridor, I think, came out okay. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I was looking for a single vanishing point infinite corridor where the vanishing point was at the center of the screen. So when you look at it in that context, it actually did exactly what I asked it to do. So that's a tick. The video cube is a big tick. I think that was probably the biggest one. So I think the next thing I want to look into is more CGI. So rotating 3D model, loading 3D model, you know, that kind of thing. Anything involving 3D, generative 3D, whatever, right? I think that's going to be interesting for some custom nodes. I don't know, I don't know right now. But I think as soon as we've finished with this and we've pushed the update so everybody can play around with these new nodes, I think what we'll do is we'll sort of jump onto Shuttle and have a look at that before getting back into video generation for a bit. Gotta love that audio dropout. I wish it was me doing it for effect, but it's not. It's just internet. Okay. So video corridor V1 and video cube. So let's see if we can find those in the list. Video cube. Video cube. Where is it? Did I go past it? It feels like I went past it. Video corridor, video cube. Am I crazy? Oh man, there's so many of them now. It's getting a bit like to be a bit of a wall of words. I just uploaded them. I must have uploaded them to the wrong folder. I expected to see them down the bottom. They're not down there. So where the hell did they go? Here. Examples, cathode ray effect. Yeah. Video corridor. See what I mean? Where the heck is that then? I could have just taken them from there, couldn't I? So video. They're not there. Refresh it. Don't tell me I'm looking at an old list. Oh, that's that's balmy. Where are they? Man, it's trying to make me look stupid. There should be video corridor and video cube. Oh, there they are. What are they doing down there? Ah, lowercase v. Every time with the lowercase v. Whatever. Video cube. And then what is it? Is it this one up here? Nope. That one? Nope. Ah, there it is. Right, cathode ray. I wonder if I did it with a capital C. I need to stop using random capitalization. Oh my god. Cathode ray, there it is. Capital C, of course, of course. Okay. Save it. So, that's up to date, that's up to date, that's up to date. Now we can push it. It's good. It's done. Yep. Upload files. Down to there. Yeah. That is today. I haven't written up loads of new nodes lately in the inside line on Discord. Just made so many of them. But yeah, that one's a win. So those three get through. And now we can get to the next thing of the day. So we've done Video Cube now. So we did some Cosmos with the ABBA. I've got another one coming. We're not looking at that just yet because we need to look at something else. That's Cosmos as well. That's Cosmos as well. So I'm going to use this one. And we actually need a Yuan. So you can grab that from DJZ Workflows Hoda. I'm going to go with native Comfy and then get the latest one, which is native LoRa lines V20 GJuff. Wait, that's Hun Yuan. Slow down there, Chief. That's not what I'm doing here. We're doing Shuttle Jaguar right now, so let's just slow down. So I need to go to Photoflux for this one. And I suppose I could just pick anything really, but a good place to start is Flux Shift Lines or Flux LoRa Lines. That's like 5 months old now, but it's still good. There's probably a few bits and pieces that need updating on it, like sometimes the file save system is like outdated. So it's using the old manual route, which I used to do in all my workflows. Of course, now we have Project File Path Generator, right? Which basically does the exact job and allows you to have your project file name right there. Okay. So then obviously I'm going to say here, I'm going to say Jaguar. Yeah, Jaguar. Right. And then here it's going to be Shuttle. Or like text, you could say T2I, text to image. And then here it'd obviously be Flux. Because it is Flux based. And then anytime I want to save anything, I just Control C and then Control Shift V anywhere else it needs to be. You can get rid of the old system then. Get rid of that. Oh, not that one. Get rid of those. Alright. And then of course, if you want to load a GJuff, no problem. Just mute that guy. Put him into the reroute, that's why we have the reroutes there. And I don't see it. Probably got to refresh it, or even just refresh. This is an old tab. There we go. Shuttle Jaguar. I don't know why I've got. Oh, I've never seen that before. A GJuff clip loader. I don't think I've ever seen GJuff. That's a new one for me. Alright, well, I'm just going to use the normal one and see if everything breaks. For science! Okay, it looks like we're using Anime KZK Woman. So this is one of my old LoRa's. I wonder if it's even correct. So there, that's right. That should be not the true world V55. So we got, what do we got here? We got Thora Light, Thora Scenes, and Thora Actions. So how about we turn off the scenes and we just use the Thora and see what happens. So it's strange that I'm not taking a prompt list here though. I'm going to change that. So I'm going to say Zenkai prompt. Let's see, V3 I think, yeah, this one has a interpolation, so it'll make new prompts. Then this one has a filter, like a blacklist. I think I'm going to go with the interpolation one and have the interpolation off for now, and then we'll go for Thora. So which one will it be? Thora main. Put that there. Just mute that for a minute. Don't need it. So that's the actual prompt. We're only using the prompt styler just in case we want to add a bunch of stuff easily. But we're not doing that right now. We do have image to image mode, but this is saying it's text to image. Alright, so enough messing around. Oh, wait. And the aspect ratio is 16:9. I should probably change my project name, shouldn't I? I'll say Jajuf Jaguar. And then we'll see what it can do. One more thing, I just need to check my settings. 35 steps. Yeah, we can take that down a bit. 1.5 on the boost. Okay. Probably we're only using one of these right now. We're using Not the True World. That should be at 0.7 or 8. And this should be at 1. Okay. Oh, crap. No such thing. Okay, hang on. None. None. I'm guessing these are all in the different places, so hang on. Let's just say none for the ones I'm not using. Okay. Thora. Which one are we going to do? V2 light. Yes. It's that one. That one's solved. And then it was complaining that this image doesn't exist. So we'll have our man Titus keep that box open for us. There we go. Alright. So now we can test out this new model a little bit. Okay, and then like I said, once we get through all this stuff, we can get back to the video stuff. So, but yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. One thing I had noticed is this other thing. So while it's loading this model up, let's jump across to something else I've been looking at. So it's like this. Meshy. Meshy.ai. Now, it is technically free, right? Not really, but technically free, right? So, look, they're trying to offer me. Oh my god, but I just want to see what happens if we try to do image to 3D here. No, we can't do that. I mean, it's a dinosaur and a car. Okay, right. That's just a car. It's a... No. I mean... Do I have to give it a red racer? Okay. Okay. And then we'll just say generate. I gotta try it, you know? I was thinking more of a character than a car, but it looks like it's trying to do it. Oh, this one's actually making something, is it? Okay. I mean... I'm not being funny, but that's pretty good. The wheels are shocking, but... Why does it keep... Oh, right, I have to pick one of these? Okay, so they're actually slightly different, are they? Oh, that's tough. They're all broken in their own ways. I think the top left one looks best. So hang on, target poly count, let's say... Ah, okay. So let's just go with whatever it gives me, yeah? It's going to cost me 10 melted yellow Pac-Men. What is that? Doesn't say. Okay. No way. Thor is coming out okay. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, look, I normally do like a refiner. Let's do it. Let's give it the beans, shall we? Let's give it the beans. So to save myself the trouble and make it quickly, I've made a bunch of interleaving upscalers. So if I go with, I think it's V2. Yeah, interleaved upscaler V2, because it allows me to just really quickly do this. And then what are we going to do? 2x anime futsu maybe? Oh, classic. This album came out today. More Cowboy Bebop-oo. Cowboy Bebop-oo. Okay. So blues jazz, in case, you know. So what's gone on here? We got a bit of a stack going on here. I mean, I don't know what it's going to do on the next run, but it should be quite fast. And then it'll run through this. It'll do a 1x refinement, and then a 2x anime upscale. It's not bad. It could be better. I'm not really very happy with whatever this is. Let's try turning the steps down in case I'm overcooking things here. It might be that I'm actually... No, I've got one CFG. It could be that I'm overdoing it with the Lauras. But yeah, let's... Oof, that's bad. That's bad. Okay. And then we've... Yeah, it's hard to fix it when it's that bad out the can. So what's going on? Let's try SGM uniform first. See if it's the scheduler. Oof. This is like cascade nonsense. Somebody said something about trying that combo with video models, which isn't relevant here, but ooh, okay, I can see why they said that now. And then I guess we should probably sanitize the shift, because I bet it's too much right now. Now the other thing, of course, is what width is it being set to? So it's being set to what the aspect size is, which is correct. That's correct. That should match. 16:9. one on the thing. So let's put this up to 0.8 maybe. Just go for Euler normal. I can see why people wanted to do that DPM2M with beta now, because it's got like an interesting look to it. But it's still got that weird stuff going on, so I know this isn't perfect. We still haven't got the good settings. Because like I said, there's nothing a refiner can do about that. It just looks bad. Okay. I don't know. Hang on a sec. Let's go for foolhardy. I'm cheating as well. I'm being lazy here. I get that. But at the moment, I think I've got an issue with the generation settings themselves look a bit scuffed. Hang on. That's how I had it before. I suppose we could try more steps. Maybe get rid of the split. Don't need the split sigmas anymore. That's better. It's definitely better that way, actually. Bit weird though. It's just looking a bit off. Don't know quite why. Maybe if I just say 1 here, 1 and 1. Let's see if they're gonna fight or if they should cooperate. And then over here, of course. See, that's... Oof. That's not good. Got some weird looking artifacts. I bet it's the interleaving. I bet you it's the interleaving. Here. Upscale using model. Right. Basically, this is a bit quicker because it's only upscaling half the rows. How did we get the exact same image? I thought I have it on randomized prompts. How did it end up with the same image? Ain't no way. Wait, it's on fixed seed? Yeah. Right, we'll change that. So yeah, like I said, if I just swap this out here. Well, we'll actually want another one of these, but yeah, sure. This will be a bit, well, it's only one image, so it probably won't be that much slower, but... I'll just swap mine out. It will be better quality, but slower. So yeah, you can see the difference. It was like 20 seconds where it was 5 seconds. So it was 4 times quicker to do it with my nodes, but eventually you start to see weird artifacts. God, and it never had this problem with the face before. So I don't know if that's the new shuttle model or something in my... It's probably something in my settings. It does look like a little bit too many steps now, so I'm going to go back off to 8. Isn't that weird how every now and then it just skips into a completely different style? I think that's definitely the result of the base the base model. Alright. In that case, I'm going to put it on interpolate lines, and I'm going to go with thirds, and we're going to get some different prompts. Hello Throttle, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along. So yeah, we're just checking out this new shuttle Jaguar. We're using the Q8 GGUF model, and I'm loading up my Thora anime LoRa, and it does seem to suffer. It does seem to suffer a little bit. And then we're doing a refiner upscale and a 4x with foolhardy. And like I said, it's done its best, but it's not looking great at the moment. It's looking quite bad actually. So as a bit of a sanity test, let's, oh my god, I've got Schnell Q2. I have to try that out. I have to try that out. Q2? How big is that? Let me just hang on. I'd forgotten all about this. Give me a sec. So this is a Flux Schnell model. So it's the same as what we've been doing up until now. It's not fine-tuned, it's just the base. And it can generate the model faster than I can find it. There it goes, 4 gigabytes. 3.9 for the Q2. So let's see what it does. Oh, wait. Oh no! So you ever wonder what happens if you go too far with the quantization? What? It looks fine. This is just my new glitched artwork. Okay. So the previous best, I thought, was why can't I find it? Why? Oh, it's because there's also a third one called checkpoint load. My god, man, there's so many ways to load models. We're spoilt for choice. So I want to go with Shuttle 3.1 aesthetic. That's the one I'm going to go with now. And we're going to see what the difference is. Because I would say it wasn't bad, but it had some weird artifacting going on. Now, it would be worth not using my LoRa, because maybe you've got to retrain LoRa's on this base model. I didn't, in the past, that's not how it's been, but you should be able to use your LoRa's on any base model that shares the same architecture, unless there's something special about it. Check out Colossus Project Flux. De-distilled Jajuf has its own clip L. Oh god, Throttle, please don't say that. Is it built into the checkpoint? Colossus Project Flux 21 de-distilled Jajuf. This SD Flux project, Colossus Flux. There's something called Colossus Flux 4.2 all-in-one now. Whatever that is. Came out on Christmas Day. And they also have Jajuf Q8, which is 11 gigabytes. So, what the heck? Version 4.2. Further development of Demon Core Flux and Colossus Project Flux. More stable outcome with better skin textures, better hands, more faces. You trained a hybrid model. What? So what's the... Hang on. Why did he make a 4.2 if he already had... You still used the previous one, right? Okay. So Jajuf 2.1 de-distilled. Yeah, I can see it here. I'll grab the... wait a minute. You said de-distilled, but the Q8 version isn't de-distilled. That's the Q4. Well, I'll just go with my instinct, which is grab the Q8 and question it later. But yeah, don't skip out on Jazzy. You'll find it on SoundCloud. Links in the description over on Discord. Ah, now we're talking. So let's have a look at this then, shall we? Wait a minute. It's got the same weirdness. Now look, I can cover that weirdness up, but I'm not usually having to. So there's still something not quite right here. What could it be? I'm going to try turning off my Not the True World and see how she goes. But yeah, I'm definitely up for trying new fluxes. Oh, 10 hours left, my god. Ah, now that is classic Thora. And that actually looks correct. So maybe it was fighting. Maybe it was fighting Not the True World. Because this does look like Flux Thora outputs. And then if we look at the upscale. Ooh! That's horrific. Okay, right. So let's find out where that is happening. I'm going to disable that one. Is it the DJPEG? I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Sampler CFG value. Yeah, see, I've got it on 1 because that's what Chanel needs. But I know that a lot of the time I use 3.5 as a second choice. So that's what's happening next. I'm just trying to get this be the best it can be before I start continuing, you know? It's like constant recalibration. It's supposed to be anime as well, which is worth pointing out. See, it's when you really zoom in that you start to notice. Okay, so that actually does look good. It took 45 seconds for the last step though. And there's the original. I think this is coming out okay. So, right, so now let's just swap back to the new model I was trying out, which is Shuttle Jaguar. So Shuttle 3.1 aesthetic, good to go. That's looking nice. But I'm trying to test out Jaguar at the moment. So I think it was really, really interesting. Oh! What's going on here? Required input is missing. Model. Model was bypassed. Because obviously, you know, it's just a standard Flux GJUF workflow that will take the GJUF. Yeah, I'm thinking use a higher CFG. That's probably going to be how you do it. Oh yeah, we're getting better. We're getting closer. Getting closer. So see how it does with this. Probably don't need face up sharp for this either, but there's a clip L. It better not be that long clip because that caused problems for people. But thank you, Throttle. Okay, the eyes are trash. A lot of it is bad, in fact. Okay. I bet it does better with that. Same image. What? I'm confused. How is that the same image? Something's broken. Yeah, something's broken. Whoa, and we're back. Now that's looking closer to what was trained. Because look, I'll admit my artwork isn't that great, okay? Like, I make mistakes, alright? And it learned some of my mistakes, okay? You see how it's okay, but I don't know what it is about it. Just you've got some weird stuff going on here, like the eyes. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. Like from there, it looks fine though, which is probably the size that I want it to be shown at. So do you know what? I give this a thumbs up. It just took me a while to find the settings that it likes. Whoa, and what's going on? I'm getting like mad memory dumps. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm downloading a big check right, yeah. So if the computer seems to be like locking up and whatever, it's just Google Chrome is resuming big download. So that's why. Whoa, okay. So actually this looks good. So in that case, let's try something specific. Let's go for, whoa, corridor, scenes, no. Let's go sneaking, and we'll reverse it so it's going to be some portrait stuff. There. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, if you zoom right in, it's sketchy, but I think that it'll come right in the upscale. And it's like no one does this. No one zooms in like this. You know, like you might, but a lot of people won't. And even if they do, it's like, well, if you zoom in on anything, it tends to look a bit weird if you zoom in far enough. But yeah, that looks fine. Aha, let's have a look and see. Okay, so it's still sketchy, in my opinion, but it is much better. Still sketchy, though. What if we try doing face-up DAT, and we don't do the DJ peg? What about that? Electro Lab, dinner time. Throttle says, oi, that's nice quality. And so this is my Thora Laura, which is my sci-fi anime 90s style tribute model, right? So she's like the mascot for FODA. And to be honest, most of these pictures have been coming out great. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I thought that they would be worse, to be honest. You know, like I'm used to getting extra arms, no legs, all kinds of weird stuff. And this is actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. It's just here, look. You see the reflection on the pupil. It thought it was part of the pupil. So we've ended up with like a number 6 shape on the pupil. But it's like, actually, little bits like that can sometimes add character to something that would have looked more fake anyway. So she's sneaking around the megastructure right now. That's her whole bit. And I can do upscaling on a separate stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable that section. And then I'm going to put it onto instant mode and queue it up. And then we'll get some more images while I get a cup of coffee. It's coffee time. Wait a minute, where's the machine? Electrolab, is that the new Flux model or the Laura? Haha. Battle Cruiser operational, says Fernicar. Welcome, guys. Yeah, the reason I want to put this through the paces is because I know I have well-trained Lauras, so all I have to do is get a superior fine-tuned base, and this should be the result. Improved images. It's funny though, 8 seconds per still. Is it just me, or is it the same Are we stuck on a fixed seed somehow? No, it's on random seed. Why is it making the same image? Look, it's making the same image. What? It's changing the seed, but it's not changing the image. What's going on? What? So we've got random seed, random prompt. It's giving a different prompt every time, but the image isn't changing. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's not. What? Right, let's just delete this. Maybe it... What? Alright, well, you know, there's two ways to show the images, you know. It's just being weird. Right, so if I go to output and then scroll all the way down to the folders, I'm going to have to clean this out as well. Go to Jaguar, T2I. Oh, right, there we go. Now we're getting it. See, these look great. It would have been nice to, actually show them off. Okay, cool. Now it's working. Uh-oh. We're losing internet? Whoa, the stream just dipped on me. Like, I don't know, that's the first time that's happened. First time for everything, I guess. For some reason, the internet just dipped out and came back, so... If I disappear offline, there's probably some internet-related problem in the area, but I'm still here. For now. But yeah, this is looking perfect. So I'm going to change the aspect ratio. We'll do a bit of 4 to 5. Or 5 to 4, I guess you should say. There we go. We're going to make... That might make one weird video. Stop that. Probably going to make a weird one then. What the heck is that? It's a baton. Yes, it could have been a different tab. I could have just set it... If it was going to be a pig, what I would have done is I just would have set up like, you know, like a gallery on the images and just have them all going into a gallery. But I think it's working now. So, yeah, this works fine. If you see any weird stuff, it's probably actually my model. Like, for example, extra fingers. There are extra fingers in my LoRa, because obviously I trained it on characters with extra fingers. I don't mind extra fingers. Oh, that's good. Like the detail on the shoe here. It does look kind of like there's another shoe behind it. Like, I'd like to go with that one a bit. But some of these are actually really, really good. So, was the problem simply that when I started to add... Let's just get rid of the extra one here. When I started to add in a secondary combination LoRa... It didn't like it in a big way. Let's find out. Because if it immediately becomes worse, then that's the answer, isn't it? Because it might be that it just doesn't do combining them as easily. So let's find out. Me starting to wonder what's in the data set a little bit. Because she definitely always has clothes on. Okay. She's wearing like military fatigues. But no, this looks really good. To give it the ultimate test, what we're going to do is we're just going to set this up last here. So if I go cue that, I mean, look at that. That's pretty good. If I wanted to illustrate my story centered around this character, I think I wouldn't have a hard time. So let's just stop the cue. Look at that. That actually looks believable. It actually looks like she's in this crazy world. She's just leaning over the edge, kind of like Cyberpunk. Bit of a strange grip, but that's okay. Could probably in-paint it. Right. So, alright, so actually, when I put the architectural stuff on, it did make the face a little bit worse, but not in a way that I'm bothered about. But it made all of the architecture everywhere amazing. So it's kind of like a trade-off, I guess. It's truer to the anime model without the combination, but then your backgrounds suffer, because they were suffering. It's got pretty good backgrounds, but the knowledge in Not the True World V55 is like way superior to any of the architecture in this anime model. Okay, it's probably actually generated with the same data. The only thing I would do is maybe turn it down. You know, maybe go down to 0.4 to give this model a bit more priority on the weights. But yeah, let's move on to the last test for this model and then we can get back to video stuff. So I'm going to say here, Cyber Society V55. Now I know that's a long thing there, but it's just a folder name. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap over the main LoRa for Cyber Society. Oh, well, it's actually V66, is it? V66E8. Okay. V66E8. There we go. Right, cool. And then I'll change this to Cyber Society V6. Oh, and we're not interpolating yet. Fernicar says, shouldn't you mask the original face and then do the second sampler with architecture LoRa? That's not a bad idea, you know. It's not a bad idea. I've never even tried doing that kind of a two-pass approach. But maybe that's something for the LoRa hooks as well. Oh, man, that's looking good. So this is my Cyber Society. That's clean as hell. So obviously this is a much more advanced model, which was made later as well. I'm going to put the interpolation on, because I'm enjoying the interpolation at the moment. We're going to get some new prompts that we've never seen this way. I'm going to say quarters as well, because it's quite a long prompt. So that means it'll take 25% of one prompt, 25% of another, and so on. And you end up with crazy stuff going on here. Let's see how bad it is. It might be really bad. Nah, it won't be bad. It'll be fine. Oh, wow. It's giving me eyes back. All right, let's go. Instant go. Interesting. Probably should go 4 to 5 the other way round. So like that. I love how there's like every now and then you just get a random hatchback. I don't know why. I don't know how the AI has learned this, but sometimes you just get a random hatchback. looking really good, actually. Do you know what? I've just found my new favourite image model. Because it's the thing is, I know why there are two weapons like that. That's my fault. I know why there are people in the sky. I tried to train that in. These colourful clouds, that's something I've tried to train in. The architecture and the way it is, again, it's stuff I've tried to train in, you know? The thing I struggled with this particular model was scaling. So you'd often get giant people in scenes with small people, which was kind of annoying. Oh, wow, look at those giant, right, we've got giant floating computer things that, something which is in this a lot. But yeah, if you see the size of that and where he is, he's giant, you know? But yeah, this is one of the models I've been working on for so long. For years I've been working on this one. Just curating the data sets over and over and over and over, trying to create this world. But I accept all the blame for any faults. Oh, he said check Colossus. Yeah, but Colossus isn't... hang on. Colossus is based on Dev, not Flux. I mean, not Schnell. This is based on Schnell, so you can use this commercially and you can build apps with it and do anything you want. Whereas Dev, you can't. It's only, you know, like, I love Dev, don't get me wrong, but the licensing means there's only, you know, you can do so much with it. Whereas the Schnell model has an Apache license, so it's much more, do you know what I mean? This is why I spend so much time with Schnell. I've got more time for Schnell because I think that's the thing that artists can use to make some money and sort of really use the tool. Whereas the problem with the Dev is you've got to be careful with those license agreements, man. But like I said, I don't even classify Dev as the same model as Schnell. In my mind, because of the fact that they're licensed differently, they're two completely different models. And now I appreciate that Schnell is just a distilled version of Dev, right? I get it. I understand all of that. But I think that because of the freedom that you get from using Schnell, any fine-tune of Schnell is probably worth more to me in terms of utility. Like, the Dev versions are kind of lumbered with that restrictive license. And look, I'm not being a stickler, okay? It's not even that, really. It's not even that restrictive. I think it says, isn't it like $1 million? If you make $1 million, you have to pay or something. I can't even remember. I'd have to read it again. But yeah, here we go. Look, this is the thing I struggled with. You'd have giant people that look great, and you'd have a tiny person or tiny people. Now, we can just paint this guy out, so it's not a big problem, but it was a thing which I struggled with when curating the data set and then having that happen. That was like an emergent thing in the LoRa. Here we go. Look, there's more. Giant person, little people. See, it would have been fine if it was just little people. Now, I'll admit, I'm doing a prompt interpolation right now. Here, look. Let me show you something else while we're on the subject. Because the Zenkai has a new version called V4. Basically, I went for ages with V2 being the best version, and then I brought out these two versions recently, okay? We should probably change that to Cyber Society V6 as well. There we go. So, V3 allows you to do interpolation. So, interpolation of the lines means, and then division preset. So, whatever the prompt was that gets selected by the seed from the file that you chose, so whichever line is selected by the seed, it then divides the length of the prompt by a divisor, in this case 4, right? And then lines mode means that it can take quarters from any other prompt, any other line. When you put it on directory mode, it straight up just takes it from any other prompt list. So it's a way of interpolating the prompt, you see? With this one, with V4, what I did was something else, different experiment. This one was, when it finds a prompt, it checks that prompt against a blacklist. If there's a word in the blacklist, it goes for the next prompt in the list. And so on until it finds one that isn't blacklisted. So, for example, if I don't want any man, I don't need no man in my prompts, I can just type that there. And it's because the thing is, when you're using generative prompting, or because this is essentially like a generative prompt because it's coming from a list at random, you don't know what the words are going to be, right? Obviously, Cyber Society always starts with Cyber Society style, but that's about as far as, you know, you've got no idea what else it's going to be. However, as you can see now, all the prompts are female, so it's like, instead of and also Florence, this is a good thing for Florence as well, because if you're using Florence, you have no idea what the vision is going to make the prompt for generation. So like I said, I've got other nodes which are very similar to this, which work on the same concept, which is basically, you know, blacklisting, swapping out, cleaning, duplicate removal, that kind of thing. And you can chain them in between here and here, or Florence, if this is where the prompt's coming from, right? Obviously, in the case of Florence, you're looking at images and making a prompt, so image to prompt. Here, we're just doing random lines from a text file. But yeah, if I put man here, we're just going to get, well, we won't get any pictures of, we won't get any prompts with the word man in. That's what is going on. So that means statistically more likely to get women. Even though you can't tell they're women in this particular setup. And also it could be just person, do you know what I mean? It's not flawless. But yeah, I'm going to get away from the interpolation stuff for now. Go back to this one. This is just V2 with a blacklist. There's nothing else going on there. Okay. So let's go back to 16 to 9, and then I think we've bashed this one. Smashed this one out the door. I love the comically sized helmets in this universe. So obviously upscaling, tiled upscaling, refining, all that stuff can make the image bigger and sharper, and we all know this. So I just wanted to get a feel for how it was going to be with LoRa when you're loading those LoRa's in. And we've definitely got, it hasn't forgotten the style. I'm getting the same vibes from this as I was from my original LoRa. If anything, it's a little bit better actually. Like, it doesn't make as many mistakes. So like I said, originally for a Flux Schnell, originally I would have been saying Shuttle Aesthetic 3.1, but now Jaguar is looking pretty good. You got to think, these are all very stylized images that I've put a lot of training into, right? Whereas if I wanted to just turn off the LoRa real fast, so let's just turn off the LoRa and we'll go to DJS3 captions, which is a bit more generic, less stylized. It's still going to be artistic, but it's not going to be this stuff. This is like something I've been working on for a long time. So it's kind of gone in a strange direction. So this will be more representative of what the model can do, rather than, you know, what's it called? My training. So we're moving away from my training now, and we're just having a look at what it can do. Because I got so many random prompt generators. It's not even a thing. I like all these freaky spider photos that it keeps showing up. Like, can you imagine giant spiders walking around like that in daylight? That'd be so freaky. Throttle. Ha! Minivans are the new limousines. He says, oi, check Colossus before you say that. And then upscale 1x with Schnell. That is actually something that I do. If you just upscale 1x with Schnell on tiled, it's usually better than refining. It's a bit of an interesting pose, isn't it? Wow, look at that. That's a crazy utopian city. Oh, wow. Hey, are you guys watching the planets? They're all lining up this month. Don't miss it. Okay. Like a sci-fi TV show. Oh my god, it's the news station. Like, literally the news. Low Earth orbit news station. Whoa! That's cool. Hey man, these are my prompts, you know. They're just ancient prompts, which I haven't used for 2 years. Or I use occasionally with blending and whatnot. Oh wow, my new Windows background. That is a cool aesthetic. Golden town. Oh yeah, I remember that. The double rainbow model. That was pretty funny. Yeah, this is the boy. Look at these. Look at this. Alright, so now we're going to put it through its paces. There's one last prompt list which I want to do, because the Zenkai prompt list is pretty tough. It's doing really well with these prompts. The S3 captions. Yo, she's wearing a white outfit, yo. Okay, biodome houses. It's a cool idea. Lil Roboto. That's the cleanest one I've seen. Usually they come out really gimpy. Yeah, this is actually quite spectacular. I wonder if there's a specific way of loading LoRa's with this model so that it doesn't befuddle it. Because it seems like Flux Dev LoRa's don't load very cleanly on this model. I could get it to do it with the settings I've got here, but the results are way better without loading in LoRa, which makes me think that there's something wrong with, or some incompatibility thing. Yeah, this is a refined Flux model. Yeah, it's a fine tune of Flux Schnell, not Flux Dev. That's the important difference here. So yeah. My prompts are tempting to try. Well, if you ever want to try any of my prompts, don't forget they're all held in my DJZ nodes in the prompt section. Okay, pretty much all of them. I'd say most of them are in here, because it's got even the captions for every Flux LoRa that I trained, and some more historic stuff too. Yeah. Okay, you know, yeah, there were, you know, illustrations of the Corvette and complex pipe drawings as well, ink drawings. Interesting. See, it never had a photo of the Corvette. Oh yeah, a burning Gundam, everyone. You're close. You're so close. I think that's actually stars orbiting a black hole, just so you know. 56%, huh? Wow, that's kind of dystopian to me. That's very cool. Like a knockoff Mercedes 500 about to smash into another car. Strange attire. Ah, beautiful. That doesn't look like it's going to end well. Ah, fallen robot. Bad times. That was the whole style, that was. Is that lipstick? I don't know, but he's made... It was the friends he made along the way. Interesting. It's coming up with some interesting stuff, because I roughly remember some of these prompts. That's clean. You can see the Stormtrooper vibes, though. This one is Shuttle. Whoa. This one is called Shuttle Jaguar Q8GGUF. So that's the one we're looking at the moment. And we are just coming to the end of that section. It can do anime very well. Yeah, I mean, we did try anime Laura first, and then we turned the Laura off and just did the prompts. So here, I'll show you that right now. So Thora actions shooting. So we're not loading the model. Just the prompt. It doesn't know that it's anime. It doesn't. Are you kidding me? Wait, what? No prompts available after applying blacklist filter. Oh. What? What was it doing? Was it running an empty prompt? I think it did. I think it was just running an empty prompt. What the heck? Hang on. Anime KZK woman shooting a gun directly at the camera. That's more like it, but it's not anime. That's pretty good though, right? Why she got a hand for a leg and a left hand for a right hand for a left arm? Just keep generating. So it already has anime in the prompt. Alright, hang on. Let's turn off. Oh, wait, it's already off. So that means I can do it here. Thora. We'll do Thora light. It should be in there. And just re-enable it. Some of these are pretty good. Even though it's all live action. Even with anime tag, it doesn't care. Alright, we've reloaded the weights. Oh yeah, now Thora's back in the house. Okay, now the only thing that sometimes I would do is I would go to 1.5 on the boost. So let's see what that does. These aren't bad. I mean, the grip is always a bit, the grip is always a bit sketched out, but... So I think that one was boosted. I'm not sure. Let me just see if the next image that comes out. And then I think we've got ourselves a workflow I can burn and just add to the pack. So obviously I'll call it Shuttle Jaguar GGUF text to image. Oh wow, it's more anime. Are we stuck on the same prompt for some reason? No, we're not doing any blacklisting. Rushing, airlock, super fashion, actions, hallway. See, there was a lot to this. This is a big project. Thor remains sneaking. We'll go back to sneaking. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a keeper. Not even upscaled or nothing. Just come out the can straight, just like that. So I like this sort of 2.5D. It's like anime, but it's like an illustration. It's kind of... Oh god, be careful with that gun there. And look, we've got some problems though, look. It's got a very strange texture to it. But not all of them are like that. Does she look ginormous? This is supposed to be a small tunnel. You know, like a ventilation shaft. But the way it's put all the detail in, it makes it look like she's a giant. Holding the gun backwards and stuff. Alright, that's enough of this. Stop! No more. So there it is. I'm going to call this one Flux. GJuff. Was it Shuttle Jaguar? I can spell. Shuttle Jaguar Lauret Lines version 25. What? Did it just... I don't even know. It gave me a little, like, complaint noise for some reason. Alright. So, next up is Dream Diffusion, which is an LTX-V model. So let's just go over there. DJZ workflows, and we'll go down to Zoda, and we will call, let's see, which one should we take? Which one should we take? Probably this one in here. 2 weeks ago. Be that one, or it'd be that one. I don't know. There's like multiple setups. Okay, we'll use this one. Let's have a look at this one first. So this one has got plasma, and this one doesn't. This one uses GJuff. Right, so this is the one I want to use. If I remember right, this is the long play version. Yeah, so I've got to be careful how many frames I'm cooking here. So let's go with 73, so we get 3 seconds. It's a nice moment. We've got our perturbed setup, so we need to refresh. So we're going to be checking out Dream Diffusion, which is a fine tune of LTX-V. So that's what we're moving into now. Let's see if I can find it. Hunyuan video, no. Maybe it's not a GJuff. I could have sworn it was. Let me just double check the model folder real quick. Model folder. Checkpoint. So I thought it was a GJuff, which means it's in here. LTX Dream Diffusion. Huh. Shuttle Jaguar, you can see. Ah. It's called itself Safe Tensors. So it's not GJuff then. Alright, that's okay. Dream is small anyway. No, what am I doing here? Come on. Load. Do you know what? Every time, there we go. Load diffusion model. There it is. Right. So we just put that in there. Just just minimize that for a second. Just put it there. Just put it on top of it. It's fine. Now, is it FP8? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out, won't we? It'll only give a big error and won't do anything if I'm wrong. So... Alright. So let's have to keep looking at Meshy. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So remember, we gave it an image of a car. And it's done its best. It's very low quality. Very low quality. But it is a car. And it does look like the picture I gave, which looked a bit like that. Looks a bit like that. That's what the image I gave it looked like. Something like that. And from that, it's inferred the rest. The back is the most interesting part because, of course, you know, I gave it nothing about what the back looks like. I do like that the view through the back is part of the glass. Look. That's cool. But look, I can see the back window. I can see the back window through the windscreen, but that's some high-tech stuff right there. Yeah, Meshy looks awesome. I'm not looking at it for making cars, though. I'm looking at it for... So, let's re-upload. Making characters. I mean, maybe this is that's a bad example, but put it to the test. Give it something bad. So you want like a full body, not just a head, right? Chronoforge weapon. What? Showcase your Chronoforge weapon. That's crazy, bro. Okay, it worked. Just like that. 42 seconds. 1280 by 736, 73 frames. So now let's go up to the next bracket, 121 seconds. Oh yeah, apparently Reactor is dead and we're going to have to use this new pull ID thing, so that'll be interesting. There's a lot of reasons why Reactor was a really good setup, but I figure that too many people used it for deep faking, and so now this is why we can't have nice things. Throttle says he found second faces sometimes on the back of models. Yeah, that's a thing. It's trying it desperately to estimate what it can't see, and it does a pretty good job, I think. Right, where do the other G-Juffs go? I need to get that other one. That new one's got to be off my hard drive. There it is. I'll take that, put it in here. I'll check out that Colossus project. It looks pretty cool. So what on earth was the prompt? Oh, right. Okay, it's the backgrounds. Right. So maybe we switch over to something a little bit more interesting. Like crime. I don't know. Ah, yes, the Power Rangers. Well, I don't want to go nuts, so let's keep it simple. For now. Back in mono. And there. It's just going to make another one of these, isn't it? Seeds fixed, yeah. I was obviously doing video variations. That's actually really good. It's really sharp. There's a few weird bits and pieces here and there, but you have to really look for them. The people look pretty good. Okay, there's a few weird things going on. The more you deep, it's like the more you look, the more weird stuff you see. And we're trying to do a 5-second at 720p here, so it's not like a small demo. It's going to be a decent clip. It'll probably just be the same thing, though, to be fair. Just longer. Oh, boy. Oh, she's beautiful. I love how this one's got legs. It's just legs and a haircut. That's glorious. See, this will be the new NPC that's chasing you around the dungeon. Yeah. We'll come back to that in a minute. It's still cooking. Ahaha! Okay, that's a bit weird, but you know. Was it worth the 200 seconds? I ask you. Ancient trapped spirit made entirely from blood, bone and shadow. Humanoid figure with elongated sinuous limbs. This should be interesting. If it can even do that, I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, so far, I think this is a solid fine-tune. I think the real test is actually to do dialogue close-ups. That's the one that we always look at first, is dialogue close-ups. Because that's one thing that it was good at. So you don't want to end up in a situation where it's worse, you know, at doing something it was really good at because of a fine-tune. So as long as that, so it's like, you know, check what things look like in a good situation, and then check good things to make sure there's been no loss of function, right? So I'm impressed with the gains. So now I just need to prove there's no losses. And then it's like, yeah, this is the one now. This is the one. It's nice that it came in a... oh, wait, I'm talking out my butthole. Yeah, it's nice that it came in GJuff, but it doesn't come in GJuff, so yeah. Okay, maybe it'll come in GJuff one day. I get confused because we look at so many different things. So... Reactor is dead again. You can still use it. Yeah, you can still use it, but let me just show you. Any questions? ComfyUI Reactor node. It's been disabled due to violation of terms of service. In other words, someone used it for deepfake, someone reported the repo, and they got disabled by staff. Not, you know, this isn't the owner of the repo taking it offline. This is, they got in trouble, you know. Totally unfounded as well, if you ask me. Shame, because, you know what I mean? Like, the code didn't hurt anyone, you know? Like, we don't ban forks because someone got one in the eye. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's contextual, but whatever. I don't know what the full story is. It might be that because I know that somebody bundled a Bitcoin miner in something related to face swapping. And I don't know if it was him or if it was the thing that was upstream of him, which meant that he was distributing it even though he didn't put it in there. See, there's so many different situations, so I don't want to comment too much, but all I'm saying is it's gone. So if you've got it on your computer, back it up, don't delete it. Also, this is why Flux pulled. is looking good, because we need a replacement, you know. If somebody comes along and says, oh, I want to download that, they can't. You can't get it. So, yeah. There it is. Shame, really, because I've got it right here and it works really well. But, hey, maybe Pull ID works better. Yeah, that's really good, actually. That is actually really good. Okay, so let's just take this off fixed. Well, in fact, no. Leave it on fixed. Fix that. And let's just check the, you know, this situation here. So what we'll do is we'll do 2, and we'll expect each of them to be, how would you say, video variation. So they might not look like this one that's here right now, but the next 2 should be similar but different. Same, but different. Well, that's what we're aiming for. And that's good quality, though. Yeah, different scene, slightly different character, same prompt. So it's the same description, but it's a different character in a different scene. So the next one should be the same scene. Because LTX has been a bit shifty, sneaky. I don't know what the right word is when it comes to the video variation. 0.91 was a lot harder to make that work, which is strange because I contacted them and told them about it during 0.9, and then when 0.91 came out, suddenly that didn't work as well anymore, and I was like, that's a strange one. Yeah, because I was like, yeah. Oh no, it works. There you go. She looked a different way. She looked to the side at the end of the thing. Okay. Alright, so that does work. So put it to randomize. Randomize, run 2, and you might get the similar. It might be similar first time around, but the second one. Wait, what just happened? Oh, okay, yeah. There. Now they'll be different. The nice thing about Reactor was it didn't need a diffusion model to work. It just worked. You know, off its own back. It did face swapping off its own back. And you could make your own model from a whole bunch of different faces, which would then apply the face swap without actually having to do the computation on the face every frame. So for video, it was lightning fast. And it's like, if Pull ID works, I'm all for it. But it's almost like you need to be able to pre-bake faces that you can come back to time and time again. And you don't want to be computing that every time. Because, like, if you're doing animation, you might have hundreds of frames which you're going to put the same face on every time. And so you don't want to be calculating how to make the face or calculating what the face is for every frame. You want to have done all of that already and put all of your computation into actually applying that face to the image. You know, and that's one of the reasons that Reactor was so good. You could make your own face. It was 10 times faster than any other face swap on video. So it is a bit of a shame, but the problem is as well, it was never very good with talking. So, like, you know, it wouldn't follow mouth movements very well if it was, you know. Yeah, face restore, reactor for face restore. Yeah, very, very important stuff. But you know, it's always moving onwards and upwards. You know, new tools come out to replace old tools. I'll be sad to see it go, but at the same time, if what comes next is as good or better, I don't care. Frankly. Okay. So LTX video, native GJF plus face swap. Well, actually, this is Dream Diffusion 3B. So I'm going to just say that. I'll say Dream Diffusion 3B LTXV. There we go. For some reason I got it in my head that it's a GJF. It's probably because I'm using the GJF workflow. So this would be Dream Diffusion 3B. It's already got LTXV in there. Yeah, it's good. It's good. 210. How about that? There we go. All right. That is almost everything I had to show you today. So I've just got one more thing I want to look at, which might be a little bit more banging my head against a wall. Might not even work at all. Ah, that's a shame. I know what they're from. And I bet you it can't find them. Nope. Can't find them, can it? I know what they're from. They're from Flow Edit. I could have sworn this doesn't work. It's weird. Jennifer Lawrence holding a metal object. Cylindrical shape with a flat top. And then the metal object explodes. Yeah, because Loom doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. I was using all the same stuff. Something's obviously, I don't know, it could be anything. Alright, well, like I said, I've only got my guessed, you know, I've only got my hunch to go on there, but let me just say Flow Edit and see. Flow. No. Flatten optical flow guided attention for consistent text to video editing. No. 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 Any notes? No. 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 Okay. Okay. Alright. So that's a dead end. Okay, so just a little update. The Crazy Baked John Wick VHS. Gonna put something together with that soon. I was thinking about doing shorts instead with it, because then it's sort of like, but then the thing is, they're not the right resolution format for shorts, so it's annoying, isn't it? I'll figure something out. We'll be coming back tomorrow. We're going to be looking at looped motion A, B, C, D, probably, because I got more ideas for extending the Cosmos pack, so we're going to do that. I don't think I've got any more. I think I've finally gotten to the end of my custom node list, so if there are any new custom nodes, they're going to be V2s, right? They're going to be V2s. So all that's left then is for us to have a little mess around with this Pullid thing. Now Pullid V2 is new, so I'm hoping it's even on here. There it is, Pullid Flux 2. The only thing is, patches 2. So it says Flux Hunyuan video, right? Patches. Add some hooks such as T-Cache, First Block Cache, Pullid Flux, Flux Hunyuan, LTXV, Mochi. Okay. Electrolab says Pullid replace red nodes with empty SD3 latent image. Use the GR. I haven't got any red nodes to do with Pullid yet. I haven't actually started. But yeah, so T-Cache, parrot attention, comfy wave speed. Because my understanding is that they use their own nodes for, you know, to make them faster.
You're listening to 5below5.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp.
I've never seen any of this stuff before. Residual diff thresholds. You can change. It's different for different models. Oof. That's a bit clunky, isn't it? Why aren't there presets in the node? I guess so you can just experiment. First block cache. Oh yeah, OpenFlux have finally got their model out, have they? 8 billion parameters flex.1. Interesting. And Shaka uses it. Flex 1 alpha on Hugging Face. Flex. It has a similar architecture to Flux, but with fewer double transformer blocks. It began as a fine-tune of Schnell, which allows the model to retain the Apache 2.0. Oh, we got another Apache-based Flux variant. Fine-tunable, guidance embedder, true CFG, 8 billion parameters, OSI compliant. Has he actually released the weights? He has. He's released the weights. Well, I gotta download that, don't I? Well, I doubt it'll just work, but it might. It uses the Flux pipeline, so it should just slot straight in. I don't see why it wouldn't. It started as the Flux 1 Schnell training adapter to make training LoRa's on Schnell possible. The goal was to train a LoRa that could be activated during training to allow for fine-tuning on the step compressed model. He merged this adapter into Flux One Schnell and continued to train it on images generated by Flux One Schnell to further break down compression without injecting any new data. The goal, making a standalone base. This became OpenFlux 1, which was continuously trained for months, resulting in 10 version releases. After the final release, OpenFlux 1, I began training the model on new data and began experimenting with pruning. Ended up with pruned versions of OpenFlux that were 7 billion and 4 billion, unreleased. Around this time, Flux 1 Lite 8 billion Alpha was released with good results. I decided to follow their pruning strategy and ended with an 8 billion parameter version. Continued to train, adding new data sets, various experimental training tricks to improve the quality. At this point, it still required CFG in order to generate images. I decided to it needed a guidance embedder similar to Flux One Dev, but I wanted it to be bypassable. Interesting. Day 1 LoRa support is in AI Toolkit, guys. With Flex 1, it's best to fine-tune with the guidance embedder completely bypassed. Huh. So you don't even need to so you don't even have a CFG. You bypass it. This is an interesting one. I wonder what... Well, we're downloading it anyway, so... 20 gigabytes, 6 minutes to go. But yeah, that'll be interesting. The only thing I'm not sure about is all of this stuff. I'm not... Because it's a... The thing is... So in order to get this to work... Well, it says supported. It doesn't say you have to do it. Let's have a look at this. Because I don't care about speed. I really don't care about speed. Speed was never a problem. You know? It's quality. And prompt following and all that sort of stuff. Variety depth. That's the stuff I think that is important. Oh, right. The size of the model. Yeah, well, I think this is a raw. Like, that's 20 gigabytes. Like, straight. If this was FP8, it would be 10. Yeah? If it was FP4, it would be 5. So I think it's reasonable. You know what I mean? Because I think Flux is 25 gigabytes, 24 gigabytes. It's right up to the limit. 23.5, something like that. So I've got... This is on my radar. Do you know what? While we're waiting for it to download the model, what we'll do is we'll install Pullid. We'll just install Pullid though, not the rest of the crap. Because I'll be honest... Oh look, there, that's what you were talking about. Pullid GR. You said use the GR. That's interesting. Any reason? Like, literally everybody's going on about this, which came out 2 days ago, look. So this is a lot, this is newer. Pullid Flux 2. By the same guy, maybe? No. I know, but GR's already been out. I'm trying to look at the new one, guys. Do you know what I mean? GR's already been out. I appreciate it was only like 2 weeks ago, but... That's what I'm saying. Uh-oh. Loads of weird errors. Hang on. I swear I saw some errors. Done. Ignoring GPU. Sys platform is Darwin. Don't match. What? Pullid Flux 2 LL. Ignoring ONNX runtime GPU. Okay, so it's not like the end of the world then. Okay. Okay, guys. It's plumbing time. I will be right back. What the hell just happened? Don't do that when every time in the middle of my backswing. There. Why are you doing ads now? Always does this. I'm back. Personally, I can't wait to actually use all these new tools to actually start creating stuff, but I just had to go on a bit of a binge of just creating the tools, and then we can actually make the most of them later. Right, so we've got Flux here now. Oh, 1 minute left. So, where was the pullid stuff? Pullid, here it is. Solve the model pollution problem, whatever that means. Model, see pullid flux. Okay. Supported flux models. 8-bit to JUF, which is what we'll be using. Cool, but here we go. So it's got to go in pre-trained pullid. So let me just check if I haven't already got that. Models P pullid. Doesn't look like I've got it. So how big is that? 1.4 gigabytes. So download that. What else do you need? Insight face with antelope. Okay, unzip models should be placed inside Insight face antelope v2. See what I mean? It's all the extra stuff. Download this manually and put it in models clip. Mask faces. Okay. Cool, man. Thank you, Fernicar. What's this? Someone's saying throttle G Monsoon Flex.1 Alpha FP8. Oh, you've already... Okay, here, let's have a check on the DMs. Let's have a look at this. Uh-oh, Discord just blew up. It's because I'm downloading files. When it gets to 100% of downloading a file, my Discord just completely locks up and freezes. It's funny. I don't know why. Just does. Oh my god, it won't let me click on the link you sent me, Throttle. It's like spinning around now. Come on, Discord. Right, I'm just going to copy the... Oh, no, I can't click in Discord at all. It's completely scuffed. Thank you for sending me the links, though. I just think it's having a bit of an existential crisis with saving these new files I'm downloading. Yeah, it is. Look, it's having trouble, like... I don't know what it is. I think it's like Chrome tries to scan the download and it takes ages to figure out that it can't scan it. Yeah, I see your link. I just can't click on it because Discord is frozen because it's... well... We're nearly back. This fucking right, so Flex 1 Alpha Safe Tensors 21. So you found an FP8 version. It's funny, I'd already downloaded it by the time you sent me the link. But hey, now I've got both, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Useless trash. How about they spend a little bit less time embedding video games and wingdings and spend a little bit more time on making their program not, like, choked out. Ridiculous. Can't even do anything with it. It does this every time I download a file. As soon as we get to 100%, it kicks Discord into grey gear. Meanwhile, everything else is just continuing, you know? So, right, so the first thing is, if I take this one... And, wait, where's that even going to go? Oh, wait. Safe tensors. Okay, so I guess it's a checkpoint. It's probably a checkpoint or a diffusion. I can move it from one to the other easy, so we'll just put that there and forget about that. Meanwhile, we're still downloading... Is that a VAE? No. It's the pulled flux model. So it goes into models, pulled. What? What's going on? Come on, wake up. There we go. It's going to take 10 minutes to transfer that one. Meanwhile, I still can't click on it. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to type it in myself in a minute. Do you know what? Hugging face / G monsoon / flex dot 1 dash alpha dash fp8 dash / tree / main. Oh, now it'll do the link. After I've typed it out manually, now it'll do the link. That's genius. Anyway, we got it. I'm opening it up on the other side here. Genius. What the? Calm down, mate. So it's down to 13.1. That's not bad for FP8. That's not bad. See, I think Q8 would get it a little bit down more, but FP8's good. Got to test this new model. Yes, indeed. Throttle says, Discord was good before the marketing bloat. Quote, added value. I think you'll find that's 400 times added value. Are we downloading it yet? What? Hurry up. It refused the last 100 meg. Ridiculous. Wow, my Discord is absolutely cooked today. I've had to restart it twice. And this isn't moving either. Something's blocking it. Or taking priority and getting in the way. I'm not sure which. I'm going to try shutting down diffusion for a second and see if that's it. Oh man. Man, what is going on with Discord? It's completely cooked tonight. It's just doing nothing. Come on, how long does it take to copy one model from downloads to checkpoints? So I wish I could just save it directly in there and then I could just download it straight to checkpoints instead of downloads, and then I wouldn't have to copy it. Because like I say, it took about 10 minutes to download the model and then 23 minutes to copy the damn thing. Are we back? I think we're back. Right, no, still can't click on it. Discord's still cooked. Quit. Quit Discord. Oh. So how are we doing? 7 minutes left on that. We still can't get... Look at that. It will not take the last 100 megs of pulled. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And then you also need EVA clip, which I haven't even started downloading yet. And then you also need Antelope. It's that one. I want that one. It's so stuck. It's just completely stuck. I've already got Insight Face. It's right here. And then I got Buffalo L, so I just got to add that in there. I got to add the new one into the models folder. It hasn't even started downloading those. Something's going on today. And look at this. It still hasn't moved. It's like the slowest possible copy ever. This is why I usually do all this sort of stuff before the stream starts. But it is what it is. I mean, to be honest, the main things I was here to show tonight was Shuttle Jaguar, which I think was pretty good. Dream Diffusion, which I was also really impressed with. And also checking out the two new, well, three, because we made a third one. The custom nodes that we made. The only thing I would like to check before I'm sure I'm done is, did I actually upload those files, or are they still waiting to be done? So DJZ nodes examples, because this is all like quite complicated, downloading loads of files that take forever. It just doesn't. It's not the best thing for a live show. Hello? Oh, we got some examples though. Hey. So when we get there, it's going to be fun. See, I'm trying to arc back around from developing loads of new custom nodes back into getting to grips with this is our image workflow, these are our video workflows, these are all our post-process effects workflows. And then we can start training Laura's again with purpose. Maybe design a few more modern workflows, right? Yeah, and then trying to unlock the local LLM stuff in a meaningful way. Because like I said, if we can get VS Code Client to work locally, it's free. It's free. Now, I'll admit, like, the local models are ropey. They're not as good as ChatGPT or whatever. But that won't be the same forever. It won't be that way forever. Like, give it, I reckon, this time next year, it's going to be the best stuff is like GPT and the cloud type stuff, and then but you'll be able to do 90% of the work with a local model. That's what I'm predicting. Same with this is one of the reasons why we kind of dipped into Meshy. We kind of dipped into Meshy a little bit tonight because I do think that image to 3D is probably, see, maybe not, but then I gave it, I was being unfair. I was being very unfair. I wanted to see what would happen if we gave it bad information, because it's all about what you give it. Come back. So let's see if we've got a standing up Thora. I think we do have a couple in the outputs from tonight, so that's something I do want to do before I'm done. Here. Kato. No. Jaguar. Cyber Society. Probably best to keep it to the Thoras. I mean, almost a full body shot. Almost a full body shot. Almost a full body shot. The hair's going to be hard to model, I can tell that already. And I'm not expecting it to be pretty either. You know? Can we get some more previews here? Please, Windows. Hey, Windows. Get some more previews. I need to see what the images are. Come on, Windows. You had one job. Let's try that one. Man, my computer, it's just dead. Since we had that internet flicker, anything related to the network has been crap. It might be I got to restart all my routers. But it's not dead, so... So it gives you a choice of 4. And in this case, I went for the top left. Because the rest of them were actually a lot worse. A few different influences, though, in the shape that you can notice. Oh! What? Okay, so it looks like it's got a bit of a bias for creating characters, as in it's better at that. And even though the character is better on this one, she's holding the gun on this one. For better or worse. Like, this is the better model, though. But in this one, is she actually holding the gun? Yeah, she is actually holding it, whatever it is. I guess maybe it's a gun. Is that actually what she was wearing? It's very hard to tell. Oh wow, she's got like a pistol and another. She's got 2 pistols and a shotgun. Excellent. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I swear I tried to close it, but it didn't actually close. That's right. I wanted to check if the cathode ray effect was actually pushed, because that was the latest one that we did. So if I see... I'm pretty sure I did all 3 at once. Cathode ray effect is there. Cathode ray effect, cathode ray effect. There it is. So yeah, okay, so I have updated it. The only thing I worry about is that maybe the Comfy registry didn't actually use this latest version, so I might have to like re-push it in a special way that they want you to do. So they want you to do it with a command line and all this business. I'm happy to do it, but it's sort of like, all right, guys, all right. Just like reinvent the wheel. I'm sure there's a reason why. Probably like to prevent abuse. You know, it's usually why things get more complicated. Somebody tried to get cheeky and game the system, and then everybody has to suffer. So it can never happen again. Or something like that. Man, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Electrolab just says, so I made an interesting experiment with Pullid, all in good time. I used expression editor first. Why? It tends to keep the mood of the face, made them smile. It worked. Cool. That's a good idea. I actually mentioned this a while back, but we never did a workflow on it. Dosing. So I've heard people dose the lip sync stuff. So by using the expression editor to make a video with lots of expression in it, and then what you do is you then do the dubbing afterwards. So you like dose up the latent sync because it gives it more to play with apparently. Now I don't know if that's true, but it seems to go along the same lines as what you're just talking about there. So dosing up, so putting in extra expression, you know, so that you can then do something else later. It's a solid method. So yeah, flex. Now I should have flex. Now do I have both of them? No, it stopped downloading. Everything went wrong. See, this is the thing. I can't get Pullid Flux. There's some kind of weird networking thing going on right now. I can't get it. Very annoying. So how about we go over to our Flux model right here. And we refresh. Oh, wait, you can't refresh. It's all switched off. I wanted to see if it would speed this up, which it did a little. Yeah, latent sync only does the mouth, so if you're able to do the expression editor first, then obviously, yeah, 100%. It seems like a good idea. I feel bad for Ryan on the inside though, because if this new model Flex turns out to be really good, everyone's going to get confused between his Flex audio system and the Flex image generation model. Maybe I should bring out my own Flux model called Flux. It's just, I just changed the letter like everyone else. Flux. Alright, so let's take Antelope V2 and put that in the right place at least. So models, Insight for AES. Put it in here. Unzip it. I'm going to use not crap unzip tool. Not Windows. And look, it's really fast when you don't use Windows. Okay, well, haha, as soon as I said really fast, look, it slowed down. I shouldn't have said that. Meanwhile, Pullid. Come on, my man. Like 3 seconds left. What the hell? What the hell? It literally was. Okay. And then I want to go into the Pullid folder, which is empty. And then take Pullid Flux. Wow, it's all starting to happen now. Put that in there. Oh no, not this again. Or Flix on the net, like Netflix. Yeah, I was thinking Flix could be my Flux-based video model. What do you guys think? See, I thought about it. You can say a lot, but I did think about it. Oh, put that one here. So yeah, I know in the last stream we did a lot of code, so I thought we'd spend a lot of time on the workflows and the imaging and the video and the stuff like that, looking at some new models and things. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah. We're not even loading this workflow, buddy. Right. Refresh. Yeah, this seems okay. So let's see now. It's not going to be in there. Ooh. Colossus project's in there, though. I have to do it. Now, I know it's a dev model, so that means it's going to require many more steps. But do you know what? Doing it with too few steps on the first run isn't going to hurt. So let's see what this Colossus looks like, huh? Okay, so while it's doing that, it's finished copying Pullid, so that means I'm back to downloading Pullid stuff. No. Yes, right. What? Model C Pullid Flux. Right, here we go. Install all the packages listed in the requirements. That's fun. Because we don't even have this installed at all. You need one of the Flux devs. Yeah, we've done all that stuff already, actually. So it's just the clip then. I don't think I have the clip. No. I've downloaded that. So, what is it? 856 meg. Alright, download that. And that's going to go into ComfyUI clip, models clip, or is it models text encoders? It does matter. Which one does it go into? Models clip. Okay, it's going in there. Okay, so we've done that, we've done that. In fact, let's just double check that it didn't go in like a folder in a folder, because that's something that can happen with unzipping. So envelope v2, no, it's fine. Clip. So now it's ready for when that is finished. Wait, I've already done it? Oh, okay. It's already done. Take that. Put that in there. And then when that's finished, I've got the Q8 version, or FP8 version to check out, which is a bit more realistic. That's probably what actually other people are going to use. So where does that go? And that was what? Pulled? No, Flex. That's Flex Alpha. Okay, fine. So that'll be probably in checkpoints or diffusion models, I would have thought. It's not in here. Diffusion models. That's Colossus. Flex 1 Alpha. Flex 1 Alpha. Where the hell is that then? I didn't put it in here. Ah, there it is. I put it in there. Right. So I'll put it in here as well. Okay, cool. Good to know. It's so confusing when you're doing multiple things at once, I swear. Okay. Got the clip. We're not doing any of the patches. We're not doing T-catch. We're not doing parrot attention. We're not doing wave speed. We're not doing any of that stuff. I want to see if it works without it. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I don't care if it's slower. I really don't care. It says here, look, in my test results, video quality is not good after acceleration for Mochi. So I'm like, why do I want to... See, this is the thing. There's always a trade-off. Like, you want to get it faster. Like, what happens when you want to eat your... You know, you've got to cook your own dinner, right? You want to cook it faster. How's that going to go? You don't want to leave it in the oven for as long. What's it going to be? Undercooked. I'm not saying that you can't make things faster. Of course you can. But if there's a trade-off and that trade-off is quality, I'd rather it just took its time. Like I said, I'm used to... What was it? It used to take 5 minutes to upscale from 512 to 1024. You know? Like, the speed increases are just mind-blowing. I suppose it's just relative, isn't it? You know, it's faster compared to what you're used to. You know, if you weren't around back in the old day when it would take forever to generate an image, you know, you probably haven't got that to compare it with, I guess. Do I have the Clip L? I don't even remember what that Clip L was for now, Throttle, because we've been testing so many different things. I don't even remember what it's for. I know I'm looking at 2 things at once. Basically, Dream Diffusion LTXV, top of the line. Shuttle Jaguar for Schnell, top of the line. Both of those were solid copies. Flux Pullid. Installation's a little bit ropey, but then so is Reactor, so I'm not too bothered about having to get all these extra bits and pieces. I want to know if it will even run. You know what I mean? Okay, so apparently we're online and it made an image. And that image looks like crap. Yeah, that image looks like crap. There's definitely something which I need to change, which is specific to this model. There's something specific to Colossus I need to change. I don't know what it is. Could it be the boost is too high? Could it be not enough steps? Yeah, it's probably not enough steps, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's go with 30. Because it isn't a Schnell model, this one. And then I'll put the boost back up if this is successful. For Colossus, Clip L for Colossus. I've already got Clip L. I got it already. What kind? Is this like an additional Clip L? I've just got normal Clip L. I've got Clip L and I've got the Clip L, you know, full version. So the save tensor and then like the whole diffusers, I guess. Yeah, if you saying that Colossus needs a new or different Clip L, I'm all ears. Okay, look at that. That's much better. It's not amazing, but it's much better with the extra steps. So I think now what I'll do is I'll put my boost back up. DM, there is a special one. Okay. I don't have Discord open because it flatlined on me. I'll open it up again. I had to kill it because I was downloading stuff. Ah, nice. We've got our FP8 version as well. All right. I need to get these big files off my C drive. You see what I'm saying? Gets a little bit out of hand. There. And then we got our FP8 version. So this is Flex. Now remember, this isn't actually, it's a Flux pipeline. So I'm assuming that it isn't going to be a problem to just use the native Flux support to load this model. But it might be the case that this is an incomplete implementation of the model. So I've got to say that before you judge it too harshly. Because it is a new model, no one's really used it. Just because I can load it and it seems to be working doesn't mean that I'm doing it right. And straight away I can see it's producing unique images which, you know, you'd be less likely to pick these up. So right, I'm checking my DMs. Clip L. Alright, I've got to do it over here. Clip L for Colossus. Downloading it. Is Clip L in here? See, I've got the EVA Clip L. So I guess I do have it, actually. I just didn't plug it in. But then wait a minute. This Clip L is for the pullid. Oh, I see. This is getting interesting. So, okay. So, Colossus clip, yeah? Still trying to copy the Flex Alpha. That's fine. In fact, pause that. I want to get this one. Do this one. Okay, and then I guess I'll have to change this clip L out for the other one, right? Let's give it a go. There. Oh. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's just doing for some... What? It's using CPU for some reason, but that's okay. I don't know why, but it's using CPU to offload my clip at the moment. Okay. God knows. It's not bad. It's better in some ways and it's worse in others. It's interesting. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like when we're using the Colossus Clip X, Clip L, and see how that looks. Meanwhile, it's doing nothing. The question is, how long does it take to load it? Talk about a super chilled stream tonight. I tell you what. Man, that's taken a long time. Don't tell me I finally broke it again. I passed the clip. Sage Attention, yeah, the Sage Attention saga continues. Yeah. Don't even start. See, the thing is, right, when I was looking at a lot of this stuff, okay, T-Cache, right, T-Cache, time step embedding aware cache, training free caching approach. Works for video, image, and audio. Can we have a timer? Yeah, I know. That's what I feel like. I feel like that too. But to be honest, we're running out of time now. So he's only going to embarrass himself if he doesn't actually do it. If he doesn't actually get past this point, he's only going to embarrass himself. Not me. You're going to let yourself down. Flex. You're going to let yourself down. Wait, not flex. Flux. Alright, that's it. I'm pulling the plug. I'm going to try. I'm pulling the plug on Colossus. Because I need to find something out that's way more important. And I got 5 minutes left. So, where's Flex? Do you know what? There's no time. Yeah, I knew it. It crashed. Crashed out. Crash out. Come on. Crashed. Useless. So we need to check Flex, because we downloaded Flex. And I had that was my last thing I wanted to check. I just want to see it actually works. Oi. It will not close. Why did it go to CPU? I've no idea. It just did. It was just I'm going on CPU. I was like, I didn't ask for this. I'm still trying to find out. I rented Starlink to search the planet for who asked for that. Still can't find him. And this, look, it won't die. It will not die. I gotta wait, because otherwise it's still going to be open. Oh, there, finally. It took forever, but it did finally kill itself. All right, let's try it one more time. Because basically, we downloaded the new. We downloaded the new model, and I'm just trying to remember which one it's in. Oh, there it is. So we got Flex Alpha FP8. We'll do that one. It's gonna open a new. It's gonna open a new tab, but I'm ready. I can't believe that. So silly. It just decided, I'm gonna load it up on the CPU mush. Take forever. Oh wait, I can't run Flux Alpha because it's still copying. So I'll have to run the full one then. How is it there? How is it in the list if it's not even finished copying yet? I'm confused. Don't question it, is what they say. Eh? It's here, but it's not here. Computer's struggling. I think I'll be turning her off tonight, let her get a little bit of a break. She's been working hard all week. Man, I got 1 minute left. Come on, come on. I'm going to run out of time, aren't I? I'm going to be going into overtime, trying to wait for this thing. Uh-oh. Something tells me too many models again. It's weird. It seems like, I don't know if it's the models, or if it's the portable Python, or if it's the custom nodes, or a combination of all three. But whatever it is, things really suddenly, like the loading times, go off a cliff. Eventually. It doesn't take long. I literally rebuilt my Comfy from scratch, at Christmas. So that was about a month ago, right? Literally. So it's taken a month. And now it's gummed up again. Why is it taking so long? Yeah. Oh my god, and this is so slow. It's like it just doesn't want to do it. Proof of intelligence? What do you think? The fact that it doesn't want to do what it's told? I'd say that was proof of intelligence if I saw it. My god, man. You see this? We're still waiting for it to start up. I think that I've officially busted Comfy again, just from adding stuff to test out over the last couple of weeks. You know? So let's just have a recap. How much is in models for a start? And what else? Custom nodes. What's in custom nodes? So we got 500 gigabytes in custom nodes. And we've got 100, wait, 100, oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, it's out of control. Am I going to make 300 custom nodes? Yep. 340. Oh my god. That took a month, guys. Yes. Yes, the moving files task. Well, I mean, you could say it's the moving files task. But that's going from one drive to another drive. I mean, it might slow this down. It might. I'm not going to discount that. But I think that maybe I might have gone overboard. Because I got 75. It's 7. It's only 70. That's only 75. That's not that many. But I think I do have too many. I think what I should do is I should remove some of my models, because I think it does affect the startup time. I think it's like polling everything. It's like looking to see what it has. Because look, it's still loading up, guys. I know it doesn't load all the models in your models folder. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, it seems that when you have half a terabyte in models, you can pause the moving task and test. Come on, Comfy, you can do it. Nothing's holding you back now. Hey, right, I'm not going to continue. I'll wait for this now. Right, refresh. Okay, Flex Alpha. Good. We've got that. Because it might not work. But they said it's the Flux pipeline, right? So, in a perfect world, we can just load this model and use the existing workflow. I mean, it might not be perfect, but I just want to see if it gives errors or if it just lets us do it. Because what he said was it's based on the Flux architecture, right? So how close is that? Furnicar, I think I had 170 in my last install, and that was definitely bricked. That was definitely bricked. So we're going to be trying to load Flex 1 Alpha, which I believe they said was based on Flux 4-step. architecture. So it's probably the first image is going to be stupendous. Okay, loaded completely. That looks good. Uh-oh. Huh? Okay, so the LoRa doesn't load straight away. The LoRa don't load. Okay. So let's just do that and make another image. Oof. So yeah, the LoRa doesn't load. But I don't want you to judge the model based on these results, because this is not... I don't believe it's set up correctly. You know, like... how do I say this? He said flux pipeline, but that doesn't mean it's using everything the same, if that makes sense. As a matter of fact, did it come with... I want to see as well. Did it come with the... Did it come with all of the things? You know? Because it may have come... They may have... It's a safe tensors checkpoint, so it might have the correct clip and VAE baked in. I don't know. No diff, no change, no change. Well, it didn't throw an error. It didn't throw an error, so... And the results look the same, so... I don't know. I don't know. Let's go S3 captions and run it. Yeah, it's the same sort of result. I think that there's something missing which I don't have, or there's something specific about this model which we, you know what I mean? There's something missing here, basically, because there's no way that's what it makes. That to me tells me I'm missing something, right? But I think it was worth checking out. I mean, it could be just as simple as guidance. You think it's one guidance? I could have sworn they said that it had CFG. One CFG is worse. So perhaps you're saying put it up. Or double it. Okay, it still seems like I'm missing something pretty major. Just, you know. Oh, what's that? Never heard of it. There's a new scheduler I've never seen. That's a good one, I like that. Oh, that one's even better. No. Right. Okay. That's where I jump off the train, ladies and gents. But yeah. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll probably do 6 till 9 again. So keep an eye out on the pings section in the Discord. And watch out on the subscription tab in YouTube. And yeah, we'll have some more stuff to show you. Thanks ever so much for coming along and hanging out. And I'll see you all next time.
listening to 5below5.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp. So why not go over to 5below5